Everything in your life has numerical properties that carry vibrations from your name to your location. The foundations of your life are your birth date and the name your parents gave you at birth. These two numerical sources contain a wealth of information about your life, destiny, personality, negative and positive traits, and the unique talents you came into this life to share with the world. Once you understand these numbers, you begin to have a plethora of knowledge at your disposal to help you find your status in the world and live in harmony with your higher self. The key to a life of contentment is choosing loyal friends, life partners, living spaces, hobbies, and work that resonates with your inherent numerical vibrations. According to Pythagoras, the world is built upon the power of numbers. This numerology evolves into divination and magic systems because both systems are based on the broader concept, and the universe comprises mathematical patterns. Everything can be expressed in numbers that correspond to universal vibrations. As a result, all things, including names, words, birth dates, and birthplaces, can be reduced to numbers to determine people's personalities, destinies, and fortunes. Pythagoras is also famously known as the father of numerology because he was the one who gave the idea that musical intervals could be articulated between the number 1 to 4. Pythagoras believed that these numbers equaled the sum of 10. He further demonstrated that the cycle of numbers 1 through 4 could start off again when reaching 10. A single digit can reduce numbers larger than 9 by adding the digits together. Pythagoras believed that the universe could be expressed in numbers, and early Greek philosophers have also contributed to developing a mystical system. Specific characteristics and values were assigned to integers throughout the ancient history of numbers. The way the ancient Greeks recorded the numbers in dots or geometrical figures was one mechanism that enabled the assignment of these characteristics. Odd numbers that could not be separated were said to be masculine because they possessed the generative parts representing assertiveness, power, and creativity. Even numbers that could be split into and thus had openings were considered feminine, representing wholeness, stability, or weakness. In Greek mythology, 888 represents the higher mind. Jesus, a Greek variant of Jesus, equals 888. The mortal mind was represented by the number 666. The number 666 is referred to as the beast's number in the New Testament. The interpretation of numbers was highly valued in early Hebrew history. The Hebrew alphabet's letters were based on numbers, and this relationship was linked to cosmic forces. The teachings of Merkaba, a Jewish sect, spawned a numerical mysticism in the Middle Ages. German Kabbalists developed Gematria, a mystical numerical interpretation of the scriptures in the 13th century. The Greeks and Hebrews both considered 10 to be the perfect number. Pythagoras believed that 10 encompassed all arithmetic and harmonic proportions and, like God, is indestructible. All nations use it because when they reach 10, they return to 1, the number of creations. The heavenly bodies, according to Pythagoreans, were divided into 10 orders. According to the Kabbalah, there are 10 numerical emanations from nothing. The emanations combine to form the 10 Sephiroth of the Tree of Life, which contains all knowledge and shows the way back to God. Aside from the occult meanings of numbers, another fundamental principle of numerology is Gematria, or cryptograph. Consonants are used as number signs in Hebrew, but combining them with vowels can often be read as words and numbers. The medieval Kabbalist number magic was founded on a combination of Gematria and Pythagorean number symbolism. This enables a special reading of the Hebrew Bible to uncover hidden or secret meanings. This unique system has also been applied to Greek, Latin, and the New Testament of the Bible. For example, various personified meanings have been assigned to 666, the number denoting the beast in the Book of Revelations. Nero, Caesar, Martin Luther, Pope Leo X, and Napoleon are among them. Numerology in the occult is frequently used to discover hidden meanings of events and to forecast the future. When used in these ways, numerology is transformed into a form of divination or fortune-telling. It's frequently combined with other forms of divination, such as astrology, cartomancy, geomancy, and dream interpretation. Once numerology is used in divinatory forms, it becomes magical. As a theory, such magic has Occidental roots, but is usually attributed to Pythagoras. The system theorizes that all things are numbers and that numbers influence the essence of things. As a result, number serves as a bridge between the divine and the mundane. As a result, when one performs various operations on numbers, these operations affect the things related to these numbers. Numbers are an example of this principle at its most basic. In American culture, for example, most people consider the number 13 unlucky. As a result, anything with the number 13 should be avoided, such as the 13th day of the month, especially if it's a Friday, the 13th floor, 13 dinner guests, and so on. In Belgium, however, wearing the number 13 is considered a good luck charm for women. The negative connotation of the number 13 stems from the biblical account of the Last Supper, in which Judas was the 13th apostle. However, an earlier concept emphasizes its connection to the number 12, which is associated with the zodiac and has strong positive associations in Babylonian and other early astral mythologies. When scientific discoveries about light, magnetism, and electricity were made in the 19th century, the theory that numbers correspond to energy patterns of vibrations became popular. The numbers 11, 22, and 33 are known as master numbers because they cannot be reduced to a single digit. Spiritually developed people have names that correspond to these numbers. The number 33 represents an avatar. Synchronicities like every night at 3:33 a.m. you jump out of bed, or every time you're on the road, you'll find cars with number 111 license plates, or your 3 recent grocery store trips cost you $17.17, $23.23, and $35.35. Every address you've ever had has the number 15 in it. These are little nudges from the universe. The principles of numerology, like metaphysical arts, hold that everything happens for a reason. This includes strange events that you might let go of as coincidences. There's no such thing as a coincidence in the world of numerology, so if certain numbers repeatedly appear in your life, you should take notice. Numbers are everywhere, and you come into contact with them on a daily basis, like the universe, a term that refers to God, your spirit guides, your angels, or any other divine forces in your life. Take advantage of their widespread availability to send you messages. Remember that each number has a meaning and a vibration, but you can and should go deeper to apply your own definitions to these events, known colloquially as synchronicities. Pay attention to what's happening in your life when you see these repeating numbers. What comes into your mind when these numbers appear? Do you frequently see the numbers 22 or 222 when considering how to resolve a difficult financial situation? The meanings of these numbers will most likely reveal the solution to your difficulty. Do you worry that you don't get enough time to work on a special project, such as writing a novel that's been begging to get out of your head and onto the page? Do you keep waking up at 5:55 a.m. even though you'd set the alarm to 7 a.m.? Perhaps the universe is attempting to work that project into your schedule by giving you an hour of writing time before you begin your busy day. When the soul longs to complete the tasks it's supposed to, the universe will assist by sending you these little nudges that are sometimes annoying but always beneficial in the long run. Regardless of the not-so-random numbers that appear to you daily, once you shift your focus to the mystical properties of numerology, you'll begin to notice other numerical patterns. Probably your 3 closest friends were born in November and all have the letter L in their first names. Perhaps every house you've ever visited with a 7 in the address had a welcoming atmosphere, whereas houses with a 6 felt cold and unaccommodating. Numerology can explain why you attract certain people and things into your life while feeling completely repulsed by others. Have you ever noticed that some days are different from your usual routine for no apparent reason? Maybe no external factors have changed, but after days of feeling neutral and going through the motions, you wake up one day feeling energized, confident, and ready to tackle a task that seemed impossible. If such a change occurs in your life, the numbers can usually explain it. Your life path number, which is calculated using your date of birth, is one of the simplest and most important numbers to calculate in numerology. The life path number reveals why you came into this life and what challenges and learning opportunities await you. So, how do you calculate your life path number? Add each digit of your birth month, day, and year to find your life path number. For instance, if you were born on April 2nd, 1971, add 4, April is the 4th month, plus 2, plus 1, plus 9, plus 7, plus 1. This equals 24. Add 2 plus 4, which equals 6, to reduce 24 to a single digit. For example, a person born on April 2nd, 1971 has a life path of 6, indicating that they're a nurturer who values family, home, loving relationships, community, and humanitarian causes. Of course, this is a simplified interpretation. However, a professional numerologist can elucidate the meaning of the numbers, providing detailed insights into what motivates you and makes you feel happy and secure. Your date of birth is significant in determining who you are, and every day, month, and year carries a vibration. These vibrations can assist you in planning important events, such as launching a new business or a trip. You would be lucky if you planned a wedding on February 15, 2014. But why? 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4 equals 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 6 is the number of families, love, and a harmonious home. So walking down the aisle on the 15th would be an auspicious day. In addition to each day having a vibration, we all rotate through 9-year cycles. You can find out where you are in the 9-year cycle by adding your birth date and month to the current year. For example, in year 9, you'll spend the entire year reflecting, closing, forgiving, and letting go of things that no longer serve you. Once you begin to understand the professional numerology reading, this is an excellent place to start. You will learn more about the personal year cycles and see patterns forming in your life. You can mitigate some of the challenges and increase the blessings that come with each personal year by growing and understanding. Even if your parents did something seemingly insignificant, like choose your name from a book of 10,000 baby names, it was divinely inspired. Remember that there are no coincidences in the world of numerology, and you were given the name you were meant to have. That name carries the perfect vibrations to assist you in fulfilling your soul's purpose. You might be wondering what letters do with numbers at this point. Converting letters and words into numbers dates back to ancient Greek, Latin, and Hebrew cultures. Modern numerology employs a straightforward translation system, with the letter A equaling the number 1, B equaling the number 2, and so on. When you reach number 9, you once again begin at number 1. The numerical value of your full birth name reveals the characteristics of your overall personality. Other clues about your inner self can be obtained by looking at your first name's first and last letters and the consonants and vowels in your name. It's customary to add up the numerical value of a name or word. Take the name John Smith as an example. John equals 1 plus 6 plus 8 plus 5 equals 20. Smith equals 1 plus 4 plus 9 plus 2 plus 8 equals 24. 20 plus 24 equals 44. 44 equals 4 plus 4 equals 8. Explanation. Determine letter numerical values from the chart. J equals 1. O equals 6. H equals 8. N equals 5. S equals 1. M equals 4. I equals 9. T equals 2. And H equals 8. Sum the numerical values of the names. John equals 20 and Smith equals 24. change the values to single digits. 20 equals 2 plus 0 equals 2. 24 equals 2 plus 4 equals 6. The sum of the single digits, 2 plus 6 equals 8. John Smith has an 8-digit numerological value. Number 8 has the characteristics of material, success, and justice according to the Characteristics chart. If you want to get a full numerical reading about yourself, please check out the link in the description. What happens to your personality when you get married and get a nickname, a stage name, or change your name? In these cases, the name change is often part of an organic life shift representing personal development and a positive progression on your soul's path. These changes are scored more spiritually, just as your parents chose your name. On the other hand, if you legally change your name simply because it adds up to a number that represents fun or financial abundance, it will likely backfire on you because it did not occur naturally as part of your spiritual growth. Have you ever gone on a vacation with someone who appears to have had an entirely different experience than you? While your friend is blissfully lounging on the beach in Maui, you suffer from sunburn and can't stand the sensation of sand in your swimsuit. Maybe you thought your trip to London with your new boyfriend would be an exciting exploration of a bustling city, but he constantly complained about the crowds and strange smells on the tube. Like people, places also carry various vibrations related to their names and date of birth. A place's number and corresponding vibration can be calculated on a large scale, such as an entire country, or on a much smaller scale, such as a business name or a person's home address. Consider your most recent job interview where the atmosphere was off and you couldn't wait to get out. The address, business name, or city where the office was located most likely had incompatible numbers matched for you. When planning a move, a new job, or a vacation, a professional numerology reading can help you make decisions that align with your spirit. Without the time and space of a personal numerology reading, it's impossible to cover every nuance of each number. But here are the general meanings of the numbers. 1. Inspiration, new beginnings, independence, originality, leadership, and initiative. 2. Partnership, support, harmony, cooperation, tolerance, and receptivity. 3. Creativity, growth, optimism, self-improvement, pleasure, and versatility. 4. Structure, stability, practicality, organization, work, and making ideas happen. 5. Freedom, fun, passion, change, variety, adventure, communication, and magnetism. 6. Home, family, caring, nurturing, relationships, harmony, compromise, and reliability. 7. Intuition, reflection, mysticism, eccentricity, depth, analysis, and solitude. 8. Money, power, control, domination, business, status, leadership, and strength. 9. Completion, conclusions, idealism, compassion, spirituality, and forgiveness. Some other numbers have massive power, like 11, 22, and 33. These numbers are dominant and deserve special attention. Only a numerological expert can explain the significant numbers that can affect your life positively or negatively. So, numerology employs numbers to describe a person's personality and forecast the future. The numerology theory is based on the Pythagorean idea that everything can be expressed numerically because everything is ultimately reducible to numbers. Modern numerologists add the digits of a person's name and birth date and then reduce them to a single digit for each. They use a unique numerical system similar to Greek and Hebrew alphabets, which assigns a number to each letter. They then consult a numerical table that describes the personalities and fortunes of the people whose numbers are represented by those numbers.